What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Unhinged and Undocumented. I am your host, the big man Jimbo, coming at you live with the Twin Magic Cody and Rafe.
What's up?
Wood.
And of course, our resident undocumented man himself, Mr. Cruz.
Behold, my spinner belt.
Ooh.
Make it spin, make it spin, make it spin.
That actually spins. Hang on, let's see if I can do it. There it goes.
All right.
We'll get there's a reason for this that we'll get into later. There's a reason for this belt.
Indeed. Well, welcome back, everybody, to Unhinged and Undocumented. Sorry, we've been away for a little while. We were tied up with personal matters and just had us away for a couple weeks, so we apologize for that. But we are back. I want to talk about some things. First thing I want to get into is, gentlemen, unfortunately, Texas season came to a close a couple weeks ago with the loss to Ohio State. It was a heartbreaking loss, but a hell of a way to end our first inaugural season into the SEC. Do you think, guys?
Yeah, I like I said, before the week, I'm gonna call it a successful season, whether they won that game or not.
No doubt.
I mean, they fully exceeded my expectations this year, and I definitely look forward to seeing what Arch can do next year, and
100%.
seeing what the team looks like next year after the draft.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
They're definitely heartbreaking. Obviously, I mean, we didn't even want to talk about it after it happened. So, I mean, that tells you anything.
Yeah, that's exactly how we felt.
And a lot of people were kind of blowing it out of proportion, saying that it was a blowout and Texas really just got demolished that game. And I don't agree with that at all. They were they were 5 yards away from tying it up. And then it's a one touchdown swing, and that's a 14-point swing right there.
For a third time. You said they were 5 yards away from tying it up again for a third time in the game.
Yeah.
It was an unfortunate way to end the season. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Rafe. Go ahead.
Well, that's the thing, too, is the way that it ended just doesn't do the game justice. It was a great game. Defensively, it was a defensive monster, just like we thought it was going to be.
Oh, yeah.
And unfortunately, what I thought would happen came to fruition when Quinn's presence just, I don't know if he just didn't see him coming. I mean, granted, the right tackle did miss his block, so.
100%.
And not only that, a lot of people are throwing hate on Quinn Ewers, but at the end of the day, he did lead this team to 2 straight semifinal playoffs.
He did.
Granted, he did not win either one of them, but at the end of the day, his record in the playoffs was 2-2 in a college career. Yeah. Not a lot of players can say that. So,
hardly any.
I just wanted to say, thank you, Quinn. We appreciate you bringing Texas up to par. And it hurts, man, but it's.
Oh yeah, it does.
I'm excited for the Arch era for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like Ray said, I was talking with my dad about it and whatnot. The ending to that game did not do it justice at all. Everybody thought that Ohio State was going to walk all over Texas, and some people even had the gall to say that Ohio State did walk all over Texas. But you got to keep something into consideration. Ohio State, 2 weeks prior, went up against the number 1 team in the nation, Oregon State, and steamrolled them. That game was over by halftime. And Oregon never recovered. That Texas-Ohio State wasn't over until the very last minutes of the fourth quarter, which means Texas gave Ohio State all they could handle plus a little bit more. And they were never out of the game. Ohio State came out strong like everybody knew they were going to. Will Howard is as advertised. I think he's probably one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback in the nation. I take nothing away from Dylan Gabriel or Cam Ward and whatnot. They're good quarterbacks, but I mean, Will Howard showed up and showed out. And but like Rafe and Cody said, that was if you know anything about football, that was a defensive dogfight through and through. I mean, Ohio State swung, Texas swung back, and their defense is just retreating shots that whole game. It was just a really hard way to end it. But like Rafe said, Quinn Ewers, first quarterback in a really long time for Texas, CFP to get us into that position, and just to elaborate on that, Quinn Ewers in his Texas career went 21-5, 21 wins and 5 losses. That granted, we didn't get all the way to the ship and whatnot. I think we closed the book on the Quinn Ewers era with a very successful campaign for him.
I agree.
They had the tools, they had the weapons and whatnot. I give nothing but respect to Quinn Ewers. He was good for us. He did good with the teams that he had. But I am excited about the Arch era. It should prove to be a good one.
May I also remind the viewers as well that Quinn did all this with his top 3 running backs going down before the season even started.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I mean, he was working with pretty much the minimum. I mean, not to say anything bad about Jaden Blue or Wisner or anything like that, but
yeah,
that's not who they slated to be their starters when the year started.
I saw something the other day, and some jackass, I guess it was on Facebook or something, but they were like, "Oh, well, Sark has been to the playoffs 2 years in a row and can't get it done. They need to fire him." And I'm like,
bro,
are you mental?
Bro.
For real.
I mean, come on.
Oh, let's just go back to Charlie Strong, right, Jimbo?
Right, I'm about to say time. No, let's not.
Retardation, but she's full of love.
let's round things in perspective here, okay? Charlie Strong error, Tom Herman error. Yes, Tom Herman got us to the Sugar Bowl that one year with Sam Ehlinger, and we got the dub. But I mean, they just couldn't get over that hump. Okay, so whoever posted that knows jack about football. Okay, this what Sark has done is created a vibrant culture that people that players want to come and play in. I mean, that's why Texas has the number 1 ranked recruiting class coming into 2025. So I mean, he's clearly doing something right. But like I said, unfortunately, with all that being said, Texas wrapped up their year with an unfortunate loss. It was a tough loss and a tough pill to swallow. Still love my horns. Hook them till the day we die. Bleed burn orange and white all day. But back to the drawing board. And with that being said, I want to actually honor a Texas Longhorn that who was part of the 2005 National Championship team, who's recently announced just the other day, Mr. Michael Huff. It was announced to the College Football Hall of Fame class. Michael Huff was part of the 2005 National Championship team that dethroned USC with Vince Young when nobody gave them a chance. So huge shout out to the Huff. He still works with the team today, helping develop the defensive backs. So huge shout out to Michael Huff, Longhorn man for life. Hook 'em Huff, congratulations on the College Football Hall of Fame. He definitely deserves it. If you never saw Michael Huff play, you should definitely go and check out some footage from his playing time. He was one of the gold standards for defensive back. And along with Jahdae Barron, him and Aaron Ross are 3 members of the Texas Longhorns college organization to win the
Thorpe Award.
To win the Thorpe Award, which is awarded to the best defensive back in college football. 3 Texas players have won that award. Jahdae Barron, Aaron Ross, and Michael Huff. So, huge shout out to Michael Huff. He definitely deserves it. With that being said, you guys...
And
what's up?
one more thing. In that game, the X factor that I told y'all was Jade Barron against Smith.
Oh,
Jade
yeah.
Barron shut him down.
Oh, yeah. I think Smith finished the game with, 2 catches for like 3 yards?
Yes.
Their number one receiver, who is arguably this year one of the best, if not the best, wide receiver in college football. Completely shut down the entire game.
And with that, Jade Barron finished the season, gave up 0 touchdowns.
The man's a menace, and I think he's gonna translate well to the NFL. With that also being said, we guys, it's back to the drawing board because we are gonna lose some pretty big depth. As the season comes to an end, it's time for players to start deciding what their future holds, and a lot of players are on their way to the NFL draft. Just to list a couple, we were talking about this before we got on. David Benda, Bill Norton, Jade Barron, Baron Sorrell, Andrew Makuba, Gunnar Helm, Quinn Ewers. They have all declared. I know there's some that I missed, but they've all declared for Jake Majors, Hayden Connor, Matthew Golden, Silas Bolden.
Kelvin Banks.
They have all Kelvin Banks have all declared for the NFL draft.
And Kelvin Banks is slated to go top 10.
Oh yeah, he's projected to be one of the first people to go in the first round, which makes sense. I mean, the guy is a solid offensive tackle. I mean, he's big, he's quick. I think he'll transition to the NFL very nicely. But some good news, some good news is that Michael Taft will be returning for his senior season. So, we'll have some depth at that position still. Tawandre Moore, Texas's star left end, will be back as well. He had 0.5 on the season, so that's good. And I don't really know many other players that are coming back right now. But so it's back to the drawing board on that. But I do want to make reference of some players that will be joining us in the up and coming class, which is making Texas one of the making Texas the biggest, the number one signee class in 2025. Don't have the list in front of me. These are their 2025 signees. It's so we got defensive linemen, and bear in mind most of these players are 4- and 5-star prospects. I don't know where they are, but if you want to check it out and let us know. But so we have defensive lineman Myron Charles, wide receiver Jamie French, who I do know is a 5-star recruit. Offensive lineman Nikolai Brooks, tight end Emery Winston, defensive end Lane Jackson, tight end Nick Townsend, who I think is also a 5-star recruit. Running back Ricky Stewart Jr., defensive back Cade Phillips, defensive back Caleb Chester, defensive end Smith or Rogbo. I'm sorry if I pronounced his name wrong. QB KJ Lacey, safety Zelius Hicks. He's a 5-star recruit. Athlete Jonah Williams, also a 5-star recruit. Offensive linemen Devin and Jordan Coleman, who are twin brothers, and they have a third brother. I just don't remember his name. He's not on this list for some odd reason. Defensive back Grayson Littleton, who's also a 5-star recruit. Running back James Simon. Offensive lineman Jackson Christen. Linebacker Jonathan Cunningham. Wide receiver Dylan McCutcheon. Wide receiver Khalik Lockett. Athlete Michael Terry. Left end Bo Barnes, and defensive tackle Josiah Sharma. So those are just so that's a list of the people who will be joining the 2005 signee class. So that's good for us. Plus, we already picked up some big names in the transfer portal as well. I had that list, but I don't know where it went. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Give me just a split second, really fast. I know I had it. So defensive lineman Travis Shaw is transferring from North Carolina. He had 26 tackles last year, so that's a good grab for us. And then we have Purdue transfer defensive lineman Cole Brevard, who also had 1.5 sacks and 19 tackles last year. And this was a big one for us. Arkansas's linebacker Brad Spence, who had 4.5 sacks and 55 total tackles last year, is also transferring to Texas. That'll be good. That'll be good fill in the middle. And then we have a new punter joining the team as well. Punter Jack Baumeister. I can't say his name. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. So we're loading up from the transfer portal, and we got some big names coming in. Football season is coming to college football season is coming to a close. The national title game will be slated for this coming Monday, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. So, national title game will feature Ohio State versus Notre Dame. Gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's time for our picks. We need to get that sound effect in here ASAP, Rafe, so work on that. But so as the college football championship comes to a close, Cody, who you got, man? Ohio State or Notre Dame?
I think I'm gonna go Ohio State.
Oh, why?
I don't know, man. I feel like they've got a lot of momentum. I know Notre Dame does too, but I feel like if Ohio State gets ahead early, it's gonna be game.
Okay, fair enough. Rafe, who you got, man? Ohio State or Notre Dame?
I'm gonna go Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's quarterback Riley. I think he really wants it, and I just honestly, Marcus Freeman, that dude can coach, man. He's probably one of my favorite coaches in college right now.
Marcus Freeman, yeah, he is a really, really good coach. Like, if we didn't have Sark, I'd probably want to have him.
Notre Dame's quarterback sounds like a white Mike Tyson.
Crew, who you got, man? You got Notre Dame or Ohio State?
I'll give it to Notre Dame.
Okay. And surprise, surprise, I'm giving it to Ohio State as well. I'm sorry. Look, as much as I don't want them to win because they took Texas down and whatnot, I'm with Cody on this one. If Ohio State gets ahead early, that's going to be game. Notre Dame is a really good team. Freeman's a really good coach and whatnot, but I think Ohio State is just way too hungry for this. They have proven everybody wrong in getting to the national title game. Howard is, like I said, as advertised. I have no doubt in my mind that Smith will not be held to 2 catches for 3 yards again. I have a feeling he's going to go off. Their running back core is going to go crazy, and that defense is going to just smother Notre Dame. So I'm actually taking Ohio State for the national title. So this is our pick. This is our last pick for college football of the year, guys. How depressing, right?
Yeah.
So sad.
Seems like just yesterday it started.
I know.
Do we have our final tallies of our picks?
I don't know if we do or not.
It's Jimbo won.
Okay. I assume it was.
Actually, it's tied. Jimbo and Cruz are tied.
Oh,
Shut
what? I was about to say.
Okay, well, this will be the tiebreaker. He's taking Notre Dame. I'm taking Ohio State.
I was gonna say because I figured it was gonna be Jimbo first, me second, you, Rafe was third, and Cody fourth because Cody missed a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, like my record compared isn't bad. 81-33 is not bad.
That's actually not bad.
Oh, yeah, I guess not. But
number one,
you
the field, number
right
one, your
there,
heart.
buddy. But so college football will officially wrap up on Saturday until next late August, I believe, and hopefully we'll hear some more good things coming out of Texas. With because there still are good players out there that haven't committed yet. Transfer portal is still wide open for players to transfer. So until next season, hook 'em horns. Well, we'll be back, baby. Make no mistake about it. And we'll be back with Arch at the helm. So, that being said, we are going to transition over to the NFL. Was anybody shocked at last week's games? Like at the outcomes?
No, honestly,
really.
I thought that because the Rams have been hot and heavy lately, ever since they got Puka and Cooper Kupp back,
Yeah.
and I had a feeling they were gonna go in there and beat Minnesota.
Yeah.
Guys, I want it to be known on record right now. I called every single one of these games wrong, except for the Bills and Broncos game. I'm serious. I had the Chargers beating the Texans. I had the Steelers getting it together and beating the Ravens. I had the Pack taking the Eagles down. I had the Bucks winning, and I had the Vikings destroying the Rams. God, was I so wrong. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went 1-5 last week on my picks.
Hey, that Rams game was actually pretty good. Not gonna lie.
No, it was not. 27-9. That's not a good game
for them.
That's just a walkover. But so moving on into the divisional round, which we'll pick up tomorrow. We're going to start things off with the Texans and the Chiefs. Guys, what do we think about this matchup?
Chiefs are more than likely going to stomp them. I don't know. I'm not going to say the Texans don't have a chance, but they don't have a chance.
I was about to say, I will. They don't have a chance. Me and my boss have been talking. Me and my boss and so many others have been talking about this all week and whatnot, and I'm trying to prepare them for what's about to happen to the Texans because they're about to get like curb stomped. They're just, everybody I've talked to is just like, oh yeah, but the Texans defense is this and CJ Stroud is that. I was like, oh, that's great. That's fantastic.
Really? Because CJ Stroud has worse numbers than Bryce Young this year.
I was like, that's great and all, but you see, y'all about to take on Magic Mahomes. Oh, wait, hold on. Y'all about to take on Magic Playoff Mahomes.
Yeah.
Okay, and that is a different beast. I mean, that dude ain't right in the playoffs.
Yeah, for real.
That dude should throw like 2 fucking touchdowns and 40 interceptions in the regular season, and then in the postseason, turn around and do like 50 fucking touchdowns with no interception.
Yeah,
exactly. And like I said, I've been talking to people about this, like, oh, but our defense is so good. Our ends and our middle linebacker are gonna, make him uncomfortable, force him out of the pocket. I was like, oh,
that's where he's best.
I was like, what are y'all gonna do when y'all force that man out of the pocket? Because not only can that dude throw off of 1 foot, okay, if he doesn't have anything, he will put every single player that comes after him on skates and make you look like a dumbass while he runs for like 30 yards.
He's got the speedster Xavier Worthy at his disposal.
Well, that's that too.
Not only that, but I mean, Travis Kelce is one of the best in the business at like, okay, my quarterback needs help. Let me get open.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. 100%. Look, I'm not going to completely take a poo-poo all over the Texans, okay? I will say that I'll say thumb to the eye, they have a chance, but that's it. I won't go any further than that. So with that being said, gentlemen, predictions and scores. Cody, what you got?
I'm gonna go Chiefs by, I'm gonna say 21.
Holy shit.
God.
No chance.
Dude, no faith in Houston.
None.
Go Chiefs by 10, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if D'Amico Ryans has pull something out of his ass and actually wins this game.
Okay. Cruz, what do you think?
Oh man, this is a spot I don't think anybody thought Houston would be in, but I think this might be the end of their Cinderella run. So I'm gonna pick the Chiefs by.
Cody, what you got?
It's like 14.
As long as Rex Ryan doesn't say that the fucking team has a bye week again.
Oh man. I'm gonna go the Chiefs. Only because I have seen what happens when the pocket collapses around CJ Stroud. He's not a very good thrower on the run.
Mm-hmm.
And when you force him out of the pocket and make him uncomfortable, he makes poor decisions.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give the Chiefs this one, and I'm going to give the Chiefs this one by 17 points. And
when you have, Chris Jones and the GOAT Charles Omenihu chasing you.
Oh yeah. They're gonna make it. They're gonna make it very. I have no doubt in my mind. They're gonna make it very uncomfortable for CJ Stroud. But again, like Rife said, D'Amico Ryan, great coach. If he can figure it out and pull something out of his ass, I'll be surprised. So these are the games for tomorrow, and then we got the Lions versus the Commanders.
Ooh.
One game.
Ooh.
That's going to be a good one because both of those coaches are ballsy as hell. They go for it on fourth down. It's going to be a good fucking game.
I think this is going to be a rather lopsided game, if I can be perfectly honest with you. Yes.
That's fair. I can see it going that way.
Yeah. Yes. What's his name? Who's the coach of the Commanders again? I forget his name.
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn, sorry. Yes, Dan Quinn is extremely ballsy, but there is no coach in the NFL that's more ballsy than Dan Quinn or than Dan Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Agreed.
None. It'll be 4th and 7, and Dan Campbell will just be like, "Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Fuck it. Let's go for it." He has proved it over. Yeah, and they convert. The part that's like just like the fuck.
Yeah.
Like the computer says punt it, but Dan Campbell's like, fuck the computer, we're going for it.
Yeah, for real.
So go big or go home.
Yeah.
100%. I think that this game has the ability to get out of hand, but at the same time, I think that this is going to be a lopsided game. And I will tell you why when it gets around to me. So, Cody, who's your pick and what's your score?
I'm gonna go Detroit by 10. I think they're gonna pull it out. They're hungry. To be honest, I'm pulling for Detroit to win it all.
Oh,
That's who I want to win it all. I hope they do.
Yeah.
And yeah. What you got, Rafe?
Rafe?
Honestly, I think it'll be a blowout, to be honest. I just don't think with all the injuries that Detroit has had, and they've still created so much pressure. I mean, Dan Campbell's done an amazing job. If he doesn't win Coach of the Year this year, they deserve to get slapped or kicked in the nuts, whatever you prefer.
Both.
But I'm gonna go Lions by 17 points.
Okay. Cruz, who you got?
I'll say Detroit by 10. I think they're ready to shock the world.
All righty. And it's my turn. I am taking Detroit for the lopsided win. Here's why. Yes, Jalen Daniels is a very good player. No, I still do not believe he deserves to win Rookie of the Year. I think that honor deserves to go to Bo Nix. I am a Bo Nix guy. I think Bo Nix had an incredible year considering that nobody thought he was going to do as well as he did. Okay? Got the Broncos in the playoffs.
His team was terrible.
Yeah. I mean, the Broncos defense led the NFL with the most interceptions this year at I think it was 55 or 56 as a franchise. So, kudos to them. I'm a Bo Nix guy. I think he deserves to win Rookie of the Year. Jalen Daniels is a very, very good player. Okay, he's got some good weapons and whatnot. Their defense is okay. I know Dan Quinn is a defensive coordinator at heart. I know he's their head coach and whatnot. But I am taking the Lions for the lopsided win for this reason alone. Like you guys have pointed out, with all the injuries that the Lions have dealt with this year, and Dan Quinn's ability to still generate so much pressure and make the quarterback uncomfortable and just cause sacks, cause error throws and whatnot, disrupt the pass, disrupt the run. That's the coach that I want for Dallas Cowboys. I want Dan Quinn. I really do. And then on the other side of the ball, offensively, Jared Goff is my guy. Jared Goff is the guy. All right.
100%.
Ever since the Rams and the Lions made that switch for Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff, their careers have gone off the rails. Okay? Jared Goff did not fit in with the Rams. Matthew Stafford clearly did not fit in with the Lions. Okay? They made the switch. What happened? Matthew Stafford goes and wins a Super Bowl. Has his team in the playoffs again. Jared Goff finally found where he belongs and got the coach that he deserves. Mm-hmm. Jared Goff is probably, arguably, deserves to be the top 5 quarterbacks this year. I don't care what anybody says. Okay? Reason being, okay? The reason I think it's going to be such a lopsided win. If they're able to get to Jared Goff, who do you got on the outside? Amon-Ra St. Brown. Or who do you got running the routes? Amon-Ra St. Brown. Who do you got that can burn you deep? Jameson Williams. Who do you got that can get open, that can make big plays? Sam Laporta. Okay? You don't have them, you go down to your chunk down men. Okay? You got Jahmyr Gibbs. Such an explosive runner. Such a fast runner. Okay? Not just that. Heads up, David Montgomery is slated to be back for this game.
No shit.
That 1-2 punch is going to be back. Jahmyr Gibbs is the fast, explosive player. Jahmyr Gibbs is the little battle tank that you don't want to be in front of, because he will not slow down for you. Mm-hmm. They got all these weapons, and Jared Goff has such good chemistry with all of them. Even if he's got to dump it out of the backfield to one of his running backs, they have the ability to make explosive plays. The spread on this game is Detroit minus 9.5, and Washington is at plus 380. If this game is anything but a one-sided tilt, I will be surprised. But I am taking the Lions by 28 minutes.
Damn.
That's just where I'm at. I'm sorry. Washington's had a magical run. Jalen Daniels has done a great job, but it all comes to an end tomorrow. And then we transition to Sunday. We got the Rams and the Eagles. This should be a fun game. Huh? We got weapons on. We got weapons on both sides of that game. Matt Stafford still looking to prove that he's still that guy, which I do think he is. And so, Cody, who you got?
I'm going Rams by 10.
Okay. Ray?
I'll go Rams by a touchdown. Just because the Eagles' defense has actually been fairly well this year.
Nope.
Batman's
Uh-oh.
paused technical difficulties.
Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I'm back.
There we go. All right, that's
Sorry
good.
about that. Hey, Cruz, who do you got, man?
Oh, come on. Don't freak out on me now, computer. Okay. All right, cool. I'll take who is it? The Rams and Eagles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rams and the Eagles.
I'll take the Rams by a touchdown.
Okay. I am also going to take the Rams. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Higbee. Who's their running back again? I forget his name.
Kyron Williams.
Yeah, Kyron Williams. They've got good defensive backs. They've got a stout defensive front. While I take nothing away from the Eagles, they've got a good defense as well. I just don't see the Eagles making it past the Rams. And I feel like the Rams will get things going rather quickly. And I'll take the Rams by 10 points to win this one. And then to wrap up this week. Oh, side note.
Did y'all see that jackass Philly fan that got banned from the fucking stadium?
Yes, I saw that. I
heard about it, but I did not see what happened. What happened?
He was calling this Green Bay Packers, this little girl, Green Bay Packers fan, calling her a cunt.
Yeah,
repeatedly.
It was like a guy's wife, and he was just going to town, and so
they were calm about it though. They were like, whatever. But yeah, some Philly fan kept calling her a cunt, and they ended up banning that fan for life.
Yeah, Philly found out, they banned him, and then that dude's company found out, and so they're already investigating what's going on with that guy. That dude probably already got fired as far as we know.
Why would you do something like that? I get the banter and whatnot. It's the playoffs and whatnot. Some fans get crazy with it and whatnot. You know, we have, as Dallas Cowboy fans, we have, heated arguments with Texans, Steelers, Eagles. The list goes on for us.
Yeah, okay, Rafe had that happen to him at one of the games that he went to.
Really? I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Rafe, do tell.
Fucking Bengals fan behind me.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so me and Jake were on the end, and this dude, he was probably 2 rows up and about 2 seats to my left behind me.
Yeah.
And it was us and a whole bunch of Cowboys fans, and then it was like 2 rows of Bengals fans behind us. And the dude was just hardcore talking shit. None of the stuff he made sense to anybody. Like there was a holding call on the Bengals, and they showed like a replay up on the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
But they weren't showing the hold, they were showing something else. And he's like, "That's not a hold." And I was like, "Oh, duh, they didn't show the hold, you dumbass. They showed something else." And
was that?
You see, and this is why, as much as my dad would love for me to go with him to, I cannot go to the Texas OU game at the Cotton Bowl. Because knowing the temperament that I have, somebody will say the wrong thing to me. I'll end up in a fight, and I'll end up in jail during the game. And do y'all know how they handle that type of stuff during the game? During that game specifically? I think I told y'all. Cody, did I tell you about that?
I don't think so.
So, how during Texas OU weekend, if you have tickets to that game and you get into like a fight down there, they don't arrest you. They don't take you down to the jail or prosecute you. They put you in a jail cell there at the stadium during the game. You don't see the game. There's no TV. You're in there during the game, and as soon as the game is over, they turn everybody loose.
Yeah.
I would lose. Exactly. Your look, I would lose my shit. That's why, as much as my father wants me to go with him, I cannot go to a Texas OU game because the wrong person would mouth off to me. I'd end up in a fight.
Oh, good.
I would miss the whole game.
Rafe, that game you went to with the Bengals fan, was that the same night the Cowboys player got injured and he was just talking?
Yep, was
that the same one? Okay.
That's what pissed me off. That's when I turned around and told him to shut the fuck up. Because it was when DeMarvion Overshown went down with that injury.
That was it, yeah.
And hell no, screw that guy.
He was like, "Oh, what a pussy, get up, blah, blah, blah." I was like, "Oh,
that was it."
Now you fuck. And there was actually a guy sitting in front of me that was a Longhorns fan too. He was wearing Longhorns gear.
That was it.
And he turned around and he was like, "Shut the fuck up, I'll fuck you up."
Yeah. Oh god.
Hell to the no. You see, this is why I can't go to events, man. The wrong person's gonna mouth off, and I'm gonna get like arrested and banned from going to a game ever again.
I mean,
what's funny is
like,
he was there with another.
Long.
He was there with another guy that was a friend of his. He was a Cowboys fan. His friend, he's like, dude, shut the fuck up. You're gonna walk home.
That was it. I remember you told us that.
I mean, it's all fun and like you can talk shit and be all fun and games. You know what I mean? But when somebody's injured, I don't give a fuck how much I hate the team. I'd hate to see any player go down. I don't give a fuck who it is, and I'm never gonna make fun of that situation.
Yeah. Oh no, not at all. I mean, like, you know, we've watched games together this year and whatnot, you know, and it's never, you know, it's all in the rivalry and whatnot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Dallas and everybody, them, Texas and OU, Texas and A&M, you know, Texas and Georgia. You know, we saw players go down and whatnot. It's all like Cody said. It's all fun and games and whatnot. You know, with playful banter. You know, going back and forth. But when a player gets injured, you put that shit aside.
Yeah.
Except Nick Sirianni, fuck him.
God.
I fucking hate
him
so much.
That's so great. But anyway, so to wrap this, we got the Ravens and the Bills, you guys. This should be a fun game. The last time these two teams squared off this past season, the Ravens took it to the Bills. But this one is for the next step. Cody, who you got, man?
Ravens and Bills?
Yeah.
There's
only one right answer here.
So choose wisely.
I'm gonna say the Bills pull it out.
All right, good answer. Good answer. Good answer. Rafe, who you got?
I honestly think this game is gonna decide the MVP for the year. I really think it is.
Really? Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
It's a hard one for me to pick because really you never know what version of Josh Allen you're going to get. And typically in the divisional round, it's never good.
Nah.
But at the same time, neither is Lamar. So
yeah, they both have their accolades at this point. So
at this point, it's kind of like, who would I rather see go against the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game? And I think it'd be a more entertaining game if it was the Bills. So I'm going to go Bills by 10 points.
All right, good call. Cruz, who you got?
I'll say Bills. Bills by 10 points.
Good deal, good deal. Oh, as Rick pointed out, we have seen both of these players. They have their accolades in the playoffs. You don't know which version you're going to get at this point, and this one is for the right to play in the AFC game to decide who's going to represent the AFC. Josh Allen's had his problems at this point. So has Lamar Jackson. I think that the Ravens have a pretty solid all-around team, but I just don't see the Ravens being able to stop Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen is on it right now, and I don't think he's going to come down off of it. So I'm going to take Bills to win by 14 points. So that being said, right before we end here on the football talk and transition to wrestling. Who's your picks for the Super Bowl? Quick, Cody, go.
I'm going Bills and Lions.
Okay,
Rafe, go.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, this is rapid fire. Hurry up.
Oh, sorry. This is hard. It's a tough one. I'm gonna go Lions. Lions Chiefs.
Okay, Cruz.
Who is it? Lions and who?
Who's your picks for the headline the Super Bowl?
Oh, to go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Lions Chiefs.
Okay. And to wrap it up, I'm going to say Lions Bills because I think that'll be a really good matchup.
That would be pretty good.
One more thing I wanted to ask y'all before we move into wrestling.
What's up?
If y'all had to pick one person, and I know this is swirling around right now, Mike McCarthy got let go. If y'all had to pick one person,
Deion Sanders.
I
not
agree.
Deion Sanders.
But who would you want as our coach next year?
Honestly, I think the most intriguing so far that they've interviewed, out of everybody they interviewed, I would say Kellen Moore.
I wouldn't be opposed to that, but at the same time, I'd want to see maybe Ben Johnson from Detroit.
Yeah. Well, I just meant like out of everybody they interviewed. Obviously, if they interviewed Ben Johnson, I'd want them to go with that. But
yeah. I don't know. It's a toss-up, honestly, because I know that Ben Johnson's been tossed out there. I know that Jason Witten's been tossed out there. I know Kellen Moore's been tossed out there, of course. Well, I know they've wrapped up an interview with him today.
it better not be fucking Dion or Robert Saleh. That's all I'm saying.
If it's Robert Saleh, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
If it's Deion Sanders, I'm no longer a Cowboys fan. I'm sorry. If it's Deion Sanders, I want nothing to do with it.
Detroit, here we come.
Right? Now, who do I want to be the coach of the Dallas Cowboys? Probably Dan Campbell, Mike McDermott, the coach of the Bills. But if I had to pick, I'm based around who the names have been swirling. But I would also like to point out that Bill Belichick has also not signed his contract with UNC yet.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently they're allowed to offer him money to come coach for us. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happened either. But
yeah, that's a small microscopic probability. But I did see that there's still talks around that. And then that also, like I said, that Bill Belichick still hasn't signed his contract with UNC. So that'd be cool too. But if I had to pick somebody, probably Ben Johnson or Kellen Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Kellen Moore has done really good offensive things for the Eagles. Ben Johnson is he's the offensive or defensive coordinator for the Lions?
offensive.
Offense, okay.
Their defensive coordinator is Aaron Glenn.
Okay, cool. Got it. He's the black guy, right?
Yep.
Got it. Honestly, though, I wouldn't mind that. Maybe a project with Al Harris.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. I was actually going to say promote him to defensive coordinator and, hire, say, Kellen Moore or Ben Johnson or whoever as a head coach and does offensive play calling. But Al Harris, the way he preps the DBs, I mean...
Yeah.
No
doubt. And, I mean, we're definitely going into a rebuild year and whatnot. We've got to fix a lot of things and whatnot. So, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to a project year with Al Harris.
Yeah, I agree.
Just to see, just to see if what he can do.
Because a lot of people are like, "Oh, what head coach are you getting?" But it's like we don't even have a defensive coordinator right now either. So
yeah, for real. But yeah, Kellen Moore or Ben Johnson.
Did they let Mike Zimmer go?
No, he was on his last year of his contract. He's contemplating
and he's also
retiring.
contemplating retirement.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so there's that. But like I said, I wouldn't mind a project year with Al Harris, but Kellen Moore or Ben Johnson is who I would like to see.
Mm-hmm.
But
I just feel like Kellen Moore more because he knows the organization and he knows the system and how they run things, and he knows the players as well. So
the offense ran pretty well under him whenever he was the OC. So
I agree. It very much did. But we'll probably know within the next coming days. I swear to God, though.
Watch out. Randy Orr's going to get you.
But guys, I'm telling you now, if I get the update within the next coming days that Deion Sanders is the new coach of the Cowboys, I just don't think I can back the Cowboys anymore. I'm sorry.
I can't do it. Can't do it.
100%. Dallas already has enough publicity as it is without bringing that complete and utter jackass in full.
Who is then gonna trade away our picks to get fucking Shador?
For real, we don't need that.
Speaking of,
I mean, don't give. No,
did y'all see that dumbass trade proposal that Colin Cowherd said?
yes.
Yes.
Sending Dak and our second round pick to the Titans to trade up to the first to get Shador Sanders.
No, I was talking about the Steelers. So he said for the Steelers to trade TJ Watt, 2 first-round picks, and George Pickens to get Shador Sanders. And I'm like,
I did see
you're
that.
dumb.
You're 100%
literally
fucking dumb. That's just asinine.
I legit think she does that for clickbait.
Look, I will say that Deion Sanders has done a decent job coaching so far, but that's it. That's all he's done. He's done a decent job coaching.
Yeah.
Made it to the big time. He's only produced one good player. In what's his name? The dude that won the Heisman.
Travis
what the hell's his
Hunter.
name? And Travis Hunter. Call me crazy. I think Shador Sanders is going to be a flop. I think his other son, who's the wide receiver, is going to be a flop. I honestly think the only player out of that Colorado team that's going to work out is Travis Hunter. That's
Maybe.
it.
I agree.
I actually think Travis Hunter is going to be I think he's going to do good in the NFL. I don't think he's going to be able to pay both ways anymore,
No.
but I think he's going to do good in the NFL. But Shador Sanders, his other son, Shiloh Sanders?
Yeah, Shiloh.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to transition to the NFL very well. But anyway, that being said, we will revisit our picks next week for the NFL. That being said, we're going to transition over to wrestling, and Cruz, you may take the wheel.
No, I'm leaving. No, it's fine.
You may take the wheel, sir.
All right, I will do my best to take the wheel. Let me pull up my notes here. Before my camera falls. Okay, I'm pulling my notes here because we had a pretty big week. 2 weeks, actually. Exactly. Give me one moment. Let me get set up here. Exactly.
A lot of titles changing over in this new era.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Crazy.
For real.
Real for reals. Like, for shizzle my nizzle.
Exactly.
Any day now, Chris.
I know. It's going. It's going right now.
It's TV time.
Oh god, it's Tiffy time.
It's definitely Tiffy time.
Oh my god, it is absolutely Tiffy time. Alright. So to start it off, we'll start off with Raw we'll start off with I'll TLDR the last week. So we start off with Raw, kicking off the Netflix era. Man, what a debut for Raw on Netflix. That was such a crazy show. Overall,
that was wild.
We start off with the tribal combat match between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Roman Reigns picking up the win, even though we have plenty of shenanigans. Then we had Roman with
the Ulafala is back where it belongs.
Yeah. Then we had I had to bust his belt out again because it's time, ladies and gentlemen. We have officially started the John Cena farewell tour.
Word life.
Yeah, right, for real.
Master of Thugonomics.
John Cena has officially declared that he will be in the Royal Rumble match.
He gonna win it.
And he doesn't plan. Yeah, and he doesn't intend on winning it. And I did point this out to Rafe, and it would honestly be very interesting if he did. But if John Cena actually does end up winning the Rumble, he will tie Stone Cold Steve Austin for most Rumble wins with 3.
Yes, he will. That would be awesome.
Which would be very cool to see happen.
I mean, considering he's what most would consider the GOAT of WWE.
Yeah, pretty much. Here we go. There we go. All right. Then we had the women's world title match between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. Of course, we had Mommy picking up the win.
Mommy is
winning
back on top.
Yes, Mommy indeed back on top. Of course,
where she belongs.
Of course, we can't talk about this match without talking about what happened after the match. So as we saw Mommy walking back up the ramp, celebrating and everything. And what should we hear? What should we hear? Literal goosebumps.
Go ahead, keep going.
Who should appear out of nowhere but the GOAT? The GOAT himself, Undertaker, came back,
buddy,
and celebrated Rhea Ripley.
Squealed so hard you can ask
Even
my fiance.
Yeah, he even hit the Undertaker.
Yeah,
thing. Dude, me and Rafe. Oh my god, dude, me and Rafe.
I mean, I will pull it up right now.
Expecting it. Yeah.
I squealed so hard.
Dude, me and Rafe,
she's walking.
Like, as soon as we heard the gong, our jaws just dropped because we were not expecting Undertaker.
Yeah. I was so happy that she won, and she's walking up the ramp, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
I even told Cruz, I was like, "Jimbo's losing his shit right now."
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Just como que rain waterfalls.
Exactly.
I made a mess everywhere. I had to pull out the wet naps and the baby wipes.
Oh my god!
Are you pulling up the clip, Rafe?
Such a cool moment.
Yeah, I can.
Pull it up really quick. Hold on, before we move on, we got to see this clip. Cody, you're gonna love this, man. I love this. I was so happy.
Cody, you're gonna have to get a new pair of shorts.
I was just like, oh my god!
Please hold. I need to search for it.
Like literally, the gong hit, and I was just like, that dude who does the video is like, oh my god! Oh my god! Like I've got like literal chills on my arm right now just thinking about it.
So I'll show y'all, but I'm not gonna show it on screen just because I don't want to get copyrighted again.
Okay.
Prices participation may vary. Tax extra.
Well, I mean, we'll be okay and whatnot. Just we gotta talk during the video and whatnot, so we don't get hit with copyright again.
Mm-hmm.
And
I need to look up the loopholes for that.
Yeah. Well, I can't see it.
Because I see people react
it's
to
an
videos
ad
all
right now. I'm trying to.
Oh, okay. Yay! Yay! Dime.
Sorry, I want you to see the ending, Cody.
What's happening?
Mommy's so hot.
He's skipping to the end where Undertaker showed up.
No,
yeah. But that moment was awesome when he when she kicked
when she kicked his testicles back into his body.
Watch this, Cody. This is how it ended.
Oh, mommy! Oh my god!
Looking for Oblivion yet again, this time intercepted by Ripley. Rhea intercepted.
Oh god, I'm so turned on right now.
They're not today, bitch.
Yeah.
Get her! Get her! Get her!
Rhea.
Riptide! Riptide!
Set it up, Morgan, for another riptide.
Boom! Text, baby. Textbook.
Riptide.
Damn.
Boom!
Cover.
Oh.
Rhea Ripley wins the women's world title.
Oh.
Here is your winner and new Women's World Champion, Rhea.
Mommy back on top, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, she is.
Indeed she is.
All right,
Indeed she is.
all right, now fast forward to the end. Fast forward to the end.
This idiot doing.
Wait, watch this, Cody.
Yeah.
Jimbo.
It's in your dream.
Of course.
Bro, this was hilarious. Dude,
Jimbo sounded like Tamatanga. Yeah.
dude, for real.
Oh, give him a hug. Now kiss and make up.
Yeah,
Kiss and
right.
make up.
I was thinking the same thing as we were watching this.
Yeah. Now kiss and make up. Yeah. Hang on, come here. Bring it in, buddy. Let's get some love. Let's get you big. Riptide! Riptide!
To dumbass dirtbag dirty dom.
Dude, Pat during that whole thing was killing me.
Oh yeah. That's
Wait a
great.
minute.
Hilarious.
Is Pat back full time now?
Love to see you describe that with a telestrator.
Yeah, Pat's full time
yes.
on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yes,
Full
because
time
college football's coming to an easy.
Thank fuck.
Mommy's always on top.
There it
That
is.
feels.
I'm telling you, bro.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Straight up cut glass with them.
American badass.
Oh. Oh god, I wish y'all could see this. I have chills. I have chills all up and down my arm again.
Nah, this is.
Oh yeah. Ah!
Hey, Pat. Yeah, from one badass to another. Rolling in on a
Oh man, it's always so amazing seeing him come out.
is here.
Oh look,
The Hall of Fame.
he's such an awesome.
Undertaker. And that's what he thinks of you.
Oh god, I have chills.
That man for Texas in the college football playoff.
What a moment for her, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
The man who main evented the very first Monday Night Raw in history.
I love
Dude.
Ah!
it. Raw on Netflix is a W. Big W.
Oh, absolutely.
January of 1993 returns tonight to celebrate the debut of Monday Night Raw on Netflix.
What a goat.
Oh man.
What a goat.
Absolutely. But yeah,
How do you
absolutely.
how do you know you made it? You get the stamp of approval from the dead man. Oh.
Dead man,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. But yeah, so that happened. No, very, very cool moment for Rhea, and of course, congratulations to her on being champion once again.
100%.
After that, we had Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. Jey Uso picking up the win. We had a very interesting moment from Travis Scott that Rafe pointed out, and man,
that had a lot of controversy behind it.
yeah, it had a lot of controversy definitely behind it. Apparently, he had no heat towards that, and apparently that won't be the last time we see Travis Scott in WWE. I think they have more plans for him.
So Cody, I don't know if you saw it or not, but when he was walking down the ring, he was smoking a blunt on the way down to the ring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just no fucks given.
And Triple
Yeah,
H,
didn't care.
Triple H in the post fight interview or whatever was like, I just wanted to say thank you to Jey Uso for just saying no.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh man, what a crazy moment that was. And then we had the main event. We had CM Punk taking on Seth Rollins. Dude, what a match. What a match that was.
It was a good match, but I was disappointed with the outcome. I'm just saying.
No, I was pretty happy. Outside of the fact that I'm a CM Punk fan, I absolutely enjoyed the match itself, and the outcome was pretty good. I hope to see another rematch at some point between them.
Oh, no doubt.
But yeah, overall, debut show for Raw Netflix. Absolute thumbs up to them.
Don't worry, you're going to see them against each other in the Royal Rumble, which, by the way, is super fucking stacked right now.
Yeah,
oh
right.
My God.
Oh my god.
Like, we haven't even gotten the whole field yet, and we already got John Cena, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns,
Yep.
Kevin Owens, Rey Mysterio. This Royal Rumble is going to be stacked.
Yeah. Oh my god. Moving right along to NXT to New Year's Evil. This show was actually really good. I actually did enjoy New Year's Evil.
It was good. I liked it.
I'm happy with a lot of the results that came from it. First match, we have Roxanne Perez defending the NXT Women's Championship against Julia. Julia picking up the win, winning her first title in WWE. So congratulations to her.
Cruz, really quick before you move on, does this signify that we will be seeing Roxanne Perez move up to the main card?
I have a feeling, yes,
because she was on SmackDown tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then her and Bayley got into it on SmackDown, or not SmackDown,
NXT this week. Yeah.
Next, we had Kalani Jordan, a Fatal 4-Way match to determine the number one contender for the NXT Women's North American Championship. We had Kalani Jordan, Cora Jade, Stephanie Vaquer, and Lola Vice. Stephanie picking up the win. Then we had a 6-woman tag team match. We had Fatal Influence taking on Shotzi, Tatum Paxley, and Gigi Dolan. Dolan, Shotzi, and Paxley picking up the win. We had Charlie Dempsey taking on Lexis King in a sudden death rules match for the NXT Heritage Cup. King picking up the win. And we had the main event, which was Trick Williams defending the NXT Championship against Obafemi and Eddie Thorpe. Obafemi picking up the win. That was actually a really good match. I was happy with Obafemi picking up the win.
Dun,
and
dun,
as was I.
Ooh, dun, dun,
much like Roxanne Perez, I fully expect to see Trick Williams on the main roster at some point.
Yeah.
But overall, pretty good show. Moving right along to SmackDown from last week. We had everybody's favorite United States champion, Chelsea Green, taking on Michin. Chelsea Green picking up the win. We had Los Garzas taking on Pretty Deadly after the altercation from the week before. Los Garzas picking up the win.
Pretty
Oh my god. Oh man, dude, Pretty Deadly's awesome. Are you kidding me? Bro. Yes, boy.
They're pretty gay as what are.
Oh my god. We had Shinsuke Nakamura defending the United States title against LA Knight. It was ruled a no contest from when Tamatonga and Jacob Fatu came out and getting involved. Then we had A-Town Down Under, Jimbo's favorite tag team of all time, taking on the Motor City Machine Guns.
So glad, so glad they lost.
Yeah, yes.
No,
The Guns picking up the
Glad
win over
Motor City
A-Town Down
Machine
Under.
lost? Got it.
Jaden Bianca or his favorite?
Ooh.
Jaden
Picking up,
Bianca.
Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Oh my god. Then we had a fatal four-way number one contenders match for the WWE Women's Championship. We had Naomi, Bianca Belair, Bailey, and Nia Jax. Bailey picking up the win. Then the main event was Jimmy Uso and Cody Rhodes taking on Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. Fatu and Tonga picking up the win. And dude, that final moment with Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens going through the table was insane.
Oh
Just
yeah.
brawling
Yeah,
through the arena and then ending up at the table. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for the last week. So now we'll move on to this week. Once my notes load here, processing data.
I will say the debut on Raw was probably one of the better episodes that I've seen in a long time.
Oh, the Raw Netflix debut.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that whole show, like top to bottom, was insane.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So kicking off Raw, we had CM Punk coming out, talking about his win over Seth Rollins and declaring himself for the Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins interrupted and revealed that he was also entering the Royal Rumble, and he vowed that he would end Punk's WrestleMania dreams by throwing him over the top rope. Then we had Drew McIntyre interrupting them.
Of course.
He called Seth Rollins a fake leader. Punk cut him off and challenged both of them to throw hands, only for McIntyre to announce that he was going to enter the Royal Rumble as well. So, just like you guys said, this is going to be a very, very star-studded Royal Rumble.
Like the greatest Royal Rumble all over again.
I'm just saying, if Joe Hendry's in it, I'm picking him to win.
Dude, oh my Joe Hendry's my number 30 pick. I'm not gonna lie. He's gonna be number 30 for me. I want him to come out last. Just, dude, don't put that evil out there, Ricky Bobby. Don't put that evil out there, Ricky Bobby. So moving on, we had the first match of the night. We had Chad Gable's match against a mystery opponent. Oh my god. This was something that I still legitimately cannot wrap my head around. I can't believe that Penta is finally in WWE.
Yeah.
I did not have that. I did not have that to start my WWE bingo card of 2025.
Would you like this, Cruz?
But yeah, Penta. Yeah. Dude, zero fear, man. Cero miedo, like he says. This legitimately was probably my favorite debut match that probably anybody has ever had. I'm glad it wasn't like a total squash match. Like they gave Gable some time to shine.
Yeah.
And I'm actually glad that they pushed it to be a singles match as opposed to the original plan was he was supposed to tag with Ray the week before on the debut.
Yeah.
But it got scrapped because they were running out of time or whatever. But
yeah. But no, dude, great match. Shout out to Penta. Congratulations to him. Penta picking up the win. Oh, man. Dude, Pat McAfee with the call of the century with the Mexican Destroyer. That was
funny.
So good. Oh, my God. He killed me with that. The Mexican
I did see that
Destroyer.
thing you posted, though, about WWE and TNA.
Oh, my God. Yes. Oh, my God. So
Yeah.
hyped about that.
That was cool.
It was funny because I told Rafe, I think it was the week of the Raw debut on Netflix. I told Rafe, I'll fully expect to see a or hopefully expect to see some TNA people in both the Rumbles for the men and the women.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
So fingers crossed. Telling you, man, Joe Hendry, number 30. Small pick.
Get your
Moving right
Hardy
along.
Boys.
Yeah, right. Oh God, the Hardy Boys, please.
that'd be great.
Moving right along, we got Sheamus taking on Rafe's favorite weasel of all time,
Shut
Ludwig
up.
Kaiser.
Kick his fucking head off.
But on the upside, Rafe, Sheamus did win the match.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
He
Ludwig
kicked his
Kaiser.
head off.
Then he got in Braun Breaker's face because Braun was in the crowd, and Braun pushed him a little bit. And dude, I thought they were about to straight up start fighting right there. But they did make it official. Next week at Saturday night's main event, Braun Breaker will defend the Intercontinental title against Sheamus in San
Gentlemen,
Antonio.
are we on the cusp of Sheamus becoming a Grand Slam champion?
Dude,
I hope so, but I was telling Cruz, like, this has to happen at Mania. Sheamus has done so much for the WWE. It has to happen at Mania.
Man. Right? Oh my God. I hope it does happen for Sheamus at some point. If not at Saturday night's main event, like Ray said, I hope it does happen at WrestleMania. Next we had the Gunther promo. Before he could say much, Jey Uso interrupted and issued a challenge to Gunther for the World Heavyweight title. And that also was made official for Saturday night's main event. Jey Uso will challenge Gunther for the World Heavyweight title. Pretty hype. Next, we had the finals of the Women's Intercontinental Tournament. We had Lyra Valkyria versus Dakota Kai. This was a match that me and Rafe talked about before it happened. As the show went on, we were watching it. I would have been fine either way with either one winning.
Both were.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping it would have been Dakota Kai.
Same.
But regardless, I was happy. So congratulations to Lyra Valkyria for becoming the first ever women's Intercontinental Champion. That was really a good match, and it was a really hard match to decide a winner. But I'm happy with the result. Next up, we had Sami Zayn taking on The Miz after a backstage altercation. Dude, where Sami Zayn just straight up dunked all over The Miz.
Oh,
yeah. Then we had the Rhea Ripley promo where she came out and talked about her win, and then Nia Jax interrupted and declared herself for the Women's Royal Rumble. She also insulted Bayley, who was in the crowd, insulting her and her hometown because they did happen to be in San Jose, where Bayley is from. Bayley jumps the guardrail, attacks Nia. Then Rhea and Bayley team up and take down Nia Jax. And there was a little interesting little face off at the end between Rhea and Bayley. So perhaps a match down the line.
Perhaps.
Yeah, right. Then we had the main event. We had the street fight between Damian Priest and Finn Balor. Bro, this match
was a good ass match.
That was a good match.
This honestly was as chaotic as I thought it was going to be.
Oh yeah.
We had Priest picking up the win over Finn Balor. Dude, my favorite part of that match was Pat McAfee calling Dom a trash can. Or why is he hitting him with something that looks like him?
Oh yeah.
Dude, he
Why
killed
is he
me with
hitting
that,
him with
bro.
something that looks like
Something
Dominic?
that looks like him. Yeah. Oh my god. Tell me, man. Pat McAfee on Netflix so far is not disappointing. It was the best.
Oh, 100%.
Oh man.
Are they still
moving right
out?
Do what?
No, like when the crowd goes, "Holy shit!" It's not bleeped out anymore.
Oh, yeah. No, they don't bleep them out anymore. They don't censor them.
Like fuck.
And the Rock was on NXT saying, "Fuck this, fuck that, fuck this."
Yeah, you hear it. Yeah, man, you hear everything. Moving right along to NXT, where they're covering the fallout from New Year's Evil. Oh my god, my eyes freaking out.
Wait, is it
Come on,
actually
eyeball.
on Netflix too?
No. Well, it is in other countries.
Yeah. This should be on Netflix at some point here, but for now it's on the CW app.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think SmackDown's supposed to go to Netflix as well, like the replays.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Anyway, kicking off NXT, we had Obafemi coming out and celebrating winning the NXT Championship. He said that from day one, he was backed by Destiny to do everything he has accomplished. He said the ring belongs to him, and he will rule how he sees fit. He mocked Eddie Thorpe before Tony D'Angelo showed up. He congratulated Obafemi on his win, but reminded him that he holds a win over him. Rich Holland came out and got into a fight with Tony D. Obafemi was attacked from behind by Eddie Thorpe with a leather strap, which likely means we are going to get a strap match between them somewhere down the line. So I'm kind of hoping that's actually where it leads.
Oba's gonna murder him.
Oh my god, absolutely.
Oba.
Booker T's favorite wrestler.
Dude, love Obafemi.
Obafemi is actually pretty legit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see that dude on the main roster.
Oh yeah, no.
A couple years from now. Dude, he's gonna kill it.
See him and Braun Strowman go at it, big motherfucker.
Oh my god, dude.
You know
Dude,
what
that'd
actually be a good
the-
matchup? Him and Keith Lee. If Keith Lee was still in WWE.
Oh, Keith Lee, please come back. Come back, Keith Lee. That'd be the two big meaty men slapping meat. Up next, we had Shotzi and Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer putting up her number one contendership against Shotzi. Fatal Influence came out, interfered. Shotzi picking up the win. So Shotzi is now the new number one contender for Stephanie, or for the North American title.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, we had Metaphor, Jimbo's other favorite tag team of Jakar Jackson and Lash Legend, taking on Rafe's favorite tag team of the Unholy Union of Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. So the battle,
those are my girls.
the battle of Jimbo and Rafe right here. Jimbo's team won. Metaphor picking up the win over the Unholy Union. Up next, we had Kalani. Up next, we had Kalani Jordan versus Cora Jade. Cora Jade picking up the win. Then we had Axiom taking on OTM. Axiom picking up the win. Or Fraxium, excuse me. So bit of a slow show, but overall was pretty decent.
Yeah.
I think that was the same. Oh, that was the same night Bailey came out, right?
Mm-hmm. Bailey came in.
The thing with Roxanne. Yeah. That was actually pretty hype. I was not expecting Bailey to show up. And finally, we move on to last night's SmackDown. We had Rey Mysterio coming out to open the show, announcing that he would be in the Rumble.
Yes, yeah.
Kevin Owens coming out, interrupting him, and they got into an argument about Kevin Owens being delusional about being the champion. Ray said he was acting like Dominic, and that caused the fight. Then we had Naomi and Bianca Belair taking on Nia Jax and Candice LeRae.
Nobody cares.
But your favorite person won. Bianca and Naomi picked up the win over Nia Jax and Bianca Belair and Naomi defeated Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. I got very confused because on the page I'm looking at, it says Belair and Naomi defeated Jax and Belair. So it has Belair twice. Shout out to Bleacher Report for that one. Congratulations, guys. We had Jimmy Uso versus Carmelo Hayes. That was actually a pretty decent match.
That was a good match. I like that
Yeah,
one.
It was. Jimmy Uso picking up the win by DQ after some bloodline shenanigans, of course. Because
And
why
Dude,
not?
man.
may I say
I
that
believe.
the
Go ahead.
promo that Jacob Fatu cut was amazing. I don't know if y'all liked it
it
or not,
was.
but
It was.
he ought to do that more
His-
often.
His promos have been getting consistently better as
Mhm.
time's gone on with him.
Like in my opinion,
Poor
he doesn't
Solo.
even need Solo anymore. Like I feel like Jacob
Mhm.
Fatu could take that shit over.
Oh yeah,
Oh, no doubt.
But
absolutely.
he loves Solo.
He do indeed love
I
Solo.
love you, Solo. Poor Solo. They booed him out of the building.
Oh my god, dude. They booed the crap out of him. Was that was the Solo promo, was that when Braun Strowman came back?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Because I did see the clip of that. Oh my god, so glad he's back. I'm ready to see him and Jacob Fatu going against each other, which I think was announced I think it was made official for
Yeah, it's
Saturday
going to be
Night's
LA
event.
Knight. Yeah, it's going to be Jacob Fatu and Tomatonga versus LA Knight and what's his name?
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman.
Sorry.
All right, cool. Next we had Los Garzas taking on Motor City Machine Guns. Motor City picking up the win. Then we had Piper Niven taking on BFAB. Piper Niven picking up the win. Then we had Rey Mysterio taking on Kevin Owens. Owens picking up the win over Rey Mysterio, which I think led to the beatdown where Cody Rhodes came out, right? That's where
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes
Yep.
came out to save Rey Mysterio. Okay, yeah, I saw that clip too. Then we had the main event. We had Bayley taking on Tiffany Stratton for the women's championship. Pretty solid match, not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Very
it
solid
was
match.
It
was a very solid match. Seeing
Mhm.
seeing Tiffany finally have a singles match by herself and whatnot for the title.
Yeah.
Tiffany's got it.
Yeah, Tiffany's got it. I'm telling you, man, Tiffany, when she was champion in NXT, did not disappoint. I wish she had gotten a bit of a longer run, but I did enjoy her title run in NXT. So I'm very excited to see.
Yeah. I
this
think they
title run on
were
the main
too
roster.
excited for her to come up to the main roster to give her a longer run in NXT, which with
Yeah.
Roxanne Perez, her long run that she had in NXT, now I feel like they're moving her up to the main roster and to the bigger picture. But
yeah, Tiffany Stratton retaining over Bayley, but with Roxanne coming in, depending on where she goes, the women's title picture is going to get very interesting.
And then there was also the segment about Charlotte Flair.
Oh,
I didn't see that.
I saw that.
It was a little
did see that,
short.
yeah.
It was
Yeah,
a short
little
about
short.
Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, it was a little
She
short
is
segment.
slated to return.
Mhm.
Probably going to be at the
yeah.
Rumble.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of stuff that
And
she's supposed to be coming back this
that's
year.
one thing I wanted to touch base on when we get a little bit closer to the Rumble, like maybe after Saturday night's main event, and just kind of go over and see what potential returns or potential surprises we're gonna have at the Rumble this year.
Oh, no doubt. We can probably do that. We'll do our normal cast on Friday night, and then we can do a little short afterwards, and we can talk about the Rumble.
Yeah.
Yup.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for the wrestling.
WWE solid.
Except for the thing we touched on about WWE and TNA. So for those of you that are watching, WWE just recently announced that they signed a multi-year deal between them and TNA. So we'll be seeing more crossovers. I think the next event for TNA is Genesis, and they were promoting NXT. So I don't know if we'll see NXT.
It would be really cool if they did the Royal Rumbles like they did the Greatest Royal Rumble, where it was like 50 people.
Yeah, it was like 50 people, and they had Raw, SmackDown, NXT.
Yeah, I feel like that would just be so much better. That
Cool.
when
It'd be really
Titus
cool.
O'Neil tripped and fell.
Oh my god, iconic moment!
Not again.
It would be really cool. It would be really cool if NXT brought back the Worlds Collide event, and they did NXT versus TNA, like they did a while back when they did NXT versus NXT UK, and then they did Raw. They did 1 year. They did Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. But it'd be cool to see NXT versus TNA, like some sort of crossover pay-per-view between them.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as I can think of. I don't know if anybody else had anything else to add.
No, not really. You pretty much covered it all. It's good, man.
I think that was it. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Two
there's lots
weeks of
what's
wrestling
going on. As me and the guys were talking, everybody out there, as football season comes to a close, we're going to start covering other sports now. Definitely hockey a little bit more. Cody's going to start doing little segments over the UFC. I'll be covering basketball just a little bit, and baseball gets ready to start here in the spring.
Me too. Let's go Mavs.
Let's go Spurs.
I don't know. I was thinking about maybe doing something, when the next UFC event, like after football and everything is over, then, maybe we can all get on here and just kind of like do a live reaction to it. Obviously, we can't show it on here, but I mean, they can hear it, and we can just do like a live reaction to it.
I mean, I'm down for that for sure.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Do like live commentating
totally
on
on
UFC.
There's a fight tomorrow night, ain't there? Is it?
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't there one tomorrow?
I think so. Let me see.
I think it's.
tomorrow.
I think it's Pereira. Or no, what's that dude's name?
Oh yeah, that's Islam Makhachev and Moicano.
Yeah.
And then Nurmagomedov.
Nurmagomedov.
Yeah. Him and Marab. And then Jamal Hill and Prashaka.
Jamal.
Jamal? Jamal?
This is like a decent card. It was supposed to be.
Season comes to a close. We'll be covering more sports. Definitely UFC, a little bit of basketball, hockey, baseball in the spring when it gets fired up and whatnot. But always bringing you a heavy dose of wrestling as well. Guys, before we wrap up tonight, I was actually able to finally find it. The list of all the Texas players who are entering the NFL draft. I'm sorry it took so long, but I did find it.
Yeah, we gave you we gave you a lot of time to be able to find it. So
as of now, these are the players from this year that are entering the draft. Running back Jaden Blue, running back Velton Gardner. I don't know who that is. Wide receivers Isaiah Bond and Matthew Golden. Tight end Gunnar Helm. Left tackle Kelvin Banks. Left guard Hayden Connor. Center Jake Majors. And right tackle
Jesus, that's the whole
Ben
fucking
Sorrell.
offensive line.
Yeah, that's the whole damn offensive line, except for the right tackle. Edge rusher Baron Sorrell. Linebacker David Benda. Safety Andrew Makuba. Defensive back Jade Barron. Defensive tackle Vernon Broughton, defensive tackle Alfred Collins, and defensive back Gavin Holmes. So, we are losing quite a bit to this year's draft. Like, almost like the core of the team. But it's okay, because we've got new players coming in, and, also something to keep an eye on. Former commit, who actually did not commit to us, but went to Texas Tech, Micah Hudson, I believe his name is.
Mm-hmm.
He this year he transferred to he went to Texas. He committed to Texas Tech over Texas. He transferred to Texas A&M, but recently there's been a report that he has stepped away from all football activities with Texas A&M. So there's been some buzz around him that he might be looking to go back into the transfer portal somewhere else. Micah Hudson was a 5-star wide receiver who was on Texas's radar. and I think that would be a huge get for us if he re-enters the transfer portal. So we'll keep an eye on that and everybody up to date on that. Other than that, I think that's going to wrap it for tonight. Yes, guys?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, blossom. Well, as always, we thank everybody for joining us. We thank y'all for just bearing with us and whatnot as we enter the next year of Unhinged and Undocumented with the Unhinged crew and our undocumented man.
And let's all enjoy the final year of full-time John Cena in the WWE.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we get number 17. I want to see one more.
Here's to hoping, baby. Here's to hoping.
Amen.
17 or Grand Slam. Either one.
Yes, sir. Well,
or both.
For Unhinged. Yeah, or both.
Yeah.
Or both. Crazy. Well, everybody,
That's
going to wrap it for tonight. For Unhinged and Undocumented, I am Jimbo, the big man Jimbo, with the twin men Cody and Rafe.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, our resident undocumented man, Mr. Cruz.
Come on, John Cena. Number 17, please.
Yes, sir.
Gotta get one more.
Word life.
We will see you guys next week on another episode. Until then, be blessed.
See you guys.